Hello, hello, my darlings. I hope you all are doing well. I hope you all are happy to be here. To all of my Canadian friends, I wanted to wish you all a happy Thanksgiving, a happy gobble gobble day. I hope you all have a happy day with your loved ones. And to those of you who are not Canadian and celebrating Thanksgiving, I hope you all are having a happy Monday. My darlings, I am feeling very petty today. I am feeling messy today. And I feel like, I've always said that the way Meghan Markle treated the Queen and others in her life, well, especially the Queen, her karma will always be that she will fail at anything she tries to do. She failed at her flop casts. She fails at being a duchess. She failed at being a daughter. She's failing at being a wife. She's failing at being a mother. She's failed at being a founder. She is an all around untalented, raggedy trollop who really has no talents, really has nothing to give to this world, is really a person who is nothing but a leech, or as Bill Simmons said it in the best way, a lazy effing grifter. Yes. AB says life and the universe always finds a balance. It sure does, doesn't it? And why am I bringing this up? Because, well, we all saw the way Meghan Markle made an ass out of herself at the Balenciaga show, right? If you guys were at any of my lives or anything the last couple days, I've gone over why Balenciaga is so disgusting. If you missed those, I suggest you go check those out. But fair warning, there are some vile images, and those were just the most innocent ones that I could show on YouTube. I mean, just think about the people that Meghan Markle is aligning herself with. A brand that basically shows images of children posing with bondage gear, fetish gear, sex gear, and just look at what she is going to, what she is supporting. Can AB's is saying, consider who M's friends are, though. Yes, Oprah, who has been friends with very sketchy individuals herself. Remember John of God? He was a very disgusting, twisted offender who I think is in jail or he's dead. I don't know, but absolutely vile. I suggest you go look that up. John of God is one. We've also had Harvey Weinstein. We see many photos of Oprah kissing Harvey's cheek and everything. You got Tyler Perry, who's had multiple accusations against him. Also, you've got Chrissy Teigen, who has history of putting up tweets about how she likes to put baby powder all over herself and pinches her nipples. Or actually, it was she likes to put baby powder with her fried chicken. So when she fries it, then the smell of baby powder turns her on. And then she was like, pinches nipples. Yes, these are the people Meghan Markle is surrounding herself with. So that should tell you the type of disgusting individual this vapid, this disgusting trollop is. She claims to want to protect children, yet her actions show exactly the opposite. If anything, if you are a parent, keep your children far away from Meghan Markle and Prince Harry. Do not allow a talentless trollop who is never seen with her own alleged phantom surrogate born children and a self-confessed drug dealer. Not drug dealer. Meghan Markle has been accused of dealing drugs for Soho House, but I'm talking about Harry, who is a literal garbage disposal for drugs. He is someone who never looks like he has been with it. But why am I bringing this up now? Okay, this is when Thank you, universe. I thank you for this delicious bounty that you have dropped in our laps here. So Meghan Markle went to the Balenciaga show, right? And we saw all the PR around it was Meghan was what was the name of the designer? Meghan was Pierpaolo's special guest of the evening. She has made her surprise appearance at the show. Whenever you see that Meghan's name comes up with surprise appearance, just know that this is something she invited herself to. This is something that she reached out to the person wanting an invite, wanting an interview, wanting something, and she is spinning it as, oh, it's all like I'm their special guest. They wanted to plan this all by themselves. It's all about like they wanted me there. I'm so special. Remember, Meghan would always say, you deserve to have a seat at the table. Look at me. They invited me to their table. However, as we know with Meghan's many her actions throughout history, Meghan is a party crasher. Meghan is a gate crasher. Meghan Markle is a leech. Meghan Markle is an individual who will show up at your event, make it all about herself, like she did with Eugenie's wedding, pretending to be pregnant, and take the shine off of you. How many times do I need to say that Meghan Markle does not give a shit about supporting others, showing any kind of support to other people, their endeavors, their projects? It always thinks it's all about her. And thankfully, the universe has shut down Meghan Markle because the Cut magazine, out of all magazines, decided to publish this interview, which for some odd reason, when I'm on my computer here, I cannot access it. But I did put the link for you guys in the description box below, because if you access the link through your handheld device, your cell phone, anything else except for a desktop computer or a laptop, then you can access the entire article. And for some odd reason, the internet's been cracking down on those archive sites that I like to use a lot too. Darn. So I can't even get to the archived version, but I did screenshot and send to myself the little blurb that Pierpaolo said about Meghan Markle in this interview. And what I'll do is that I'll just share the little blurb. That's what I'll do. That's all it was. This little blep. Listen to what it says. So the question was, Meghan, the Duchess of Sussex, made a surprise appearance at her first Paris Fashion Week show wearing 2 custom looks. How did that happen? And Pierpaolo responds by saying, Meghan and I met some years ago and we've been texting ever since. She reached out and said she'd love to come to the show. There was no strategy or big orchestration. I didn't tell anyone she was coming because I wanted it to stay a surprise. In fashion, real surprises are rare, and this one was beautiful. Okay, so let me say this. First of all, Pierpaolo says, Meghan and I met some years ago. My opinion here is that Meghan only reached out to Pierpaolo when he was a previous designer for Valentino and she became a royal member. She started to get her claws into Harry because remember, courtiers were surprised that the day after Harry basically put out that statement to the world, letting everyone know that Meghan was his girlfriend, Kensington Palace was receiving PR package after PR package for clothes to be sent for Meghan to wear. And they were like, what the hell is going on? There are many articles about this, okay? Now, I believe that this has always been Meghan, where the minute Harry announced and basically confirmed that he was dating Meghan Markle to the world, she was sending out emails on behalf of Meghan Markle or the office of Meghan Markle, like she still does, claiming that she would like to wear your clothes, she would like this. I feel like when Meghan got basically recognition from Harry, then that is when Meghan reached out, because we saw when she was wearing Valentino in Morocco. Remember? Let me pull this up. Meghan Markle, Valentino, Morocco. Remember that red outfit that went against all of Moroccan customs, because Meghan Markle did not give a shit about respecting any country's customs when she was visiting them as a member of the royal family. Let me show you here. So Meghan Markle, she wore a full head-to-toe Valentino look, wallet, clutch, cape, the dress. And when you're in a country like Morocco, as you see the woman in the back, you fully cover your arms and down to your ankles. You don't have them exposed. I'm sure Meghan was briefed on this, but Meghan, being who Meghan Markle is, does not give a shit and does what she wants. This is why I always say, how could you claim that you have a double major in international studies and yet you are such a disrespectful see you next Tuesday when you go to other countries and you are being shown around by dignitaries? Yeah, she looks terrible. So I feel like this is when Meghan and Pierpaolo really, like, quote unquote, became friends. I don't think they are friends, but I feel like this was when Meghan was using, I'm the Duchess of Sussex, I'm a royal member. Imagine your clothes being seen on me when I'm out on this tour, right? She thinks that Meghan, for some odd reason, thinks that just because she is a royal member, that she gets to have some sort of clout. She thinks that having a title, the Duchess of Sussex, should be more than enough to sell her brands, and they should all be, they should all be top of the line sellouts instantly because she is the Duchess of Sussex, when in reality, Meghan, you have desecrated that title. The Duchess of Sussex is now connected to a raggedy, trashy, classless, untalented trollop who's best known for disrespecting the Queen, disrespecting Prince Philip, disrespecting her own family, disrespecting the royal family, and disrespecting every single person she comes in contact with. Let me get my breath here. Aspie, thank you, my darling, for the super sticker. That's very kind of you. Thank you. And Paula, good to see you, says, Meghan wasn't supposed to put her huge feet on the royal carpet. Yeah, they had her walking alongside it, and she was seething. Meghan was pissed because it was supposed to be just Harry who walked on the red carpet and basically checked the military, which, you know what? These two buffoons were given way too much push by the royal family. They were given way too much, and they didn't even deserve it. Look at this disaster. Wrinkled suit, and then you got a woman walking around looking like a human blood clot, disrespecting Morocco's customs and traditions. She literally looks like a human period just walking around. Like, it looks terrible. Black Goose says she didn't disrespect her family. She pooped on her family. Yeah, she definitely did. So this is what Meghan does, right? This is what Meghan does. She basically reaches out to people, harasses them, Meghan and her 5 supposed friends and emails, and she claims that she was invited. Well, she wasn't. So Meghan reached out and said she would love to come to the show. Now, my darlings, let me ask you this. When in the history of anyone being a royal have we ever heard of a royal member reaching out begging for an invitation? I am dying of cringe here. Absolutely dying of cringe. Imagine that. A royal member, royalty, which is supposed to be steps above celebrity. Celebrities Google Gaga get googly eyed over royalty. And then you've got Meghan, who is literally begging for invites to parties, to events, to fashion shows. And then not only do you beg for an invite, but then you go to this man's show. So Pierpaolo Piccoli's Balenciaga show was his first show as their creative director. It is up to him to try and turn around their disgusting image that they had since what they did with those gross photo shoots. And with what we found out, what else Balenciaga is connected to. It is disgusting. So here we go. Meghan Markle just wants the freebies. She just wants gimme, 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 which brought up a lot of things, okay? Number one, the royal family, like Charles, do something. Okay, like you can see what this grifter is doing. We can all see it. Okay, she's using the titles to work her way in to show up at these places. But what I wanted to expand on was this was Pierpaolo's first show, and Meghan Markle made it all about herself. Surprise appearance. Look at me walking through the crowd like a stormtrooper. Look at me walking through like I am one of the models here. Like, are you crazy, lady? This lady shows exactly why she doesn't get an invite, because if you had a little bit of respect, if you cared about anyone besides yourself, if you could show a little, just be a bit humble, right? You go to someone's show and you don't make it about yourself. You don't laugh and cackle at the models who trip and fall on the runway when you know and see that there are hundreds of cell phones out recording everything, because people like to record the looks at the shows. So Meghan should know you are going to be in these shots too. So she made his first show all about herself. All about herself. Yes, she looked like a stormtrooper. The Zoolander face was ridiculous. It definitely was. It definitely was. An old geezer, thank you so much for gifting one MeghansMole membership. I appreciate you. Thank you. And whoever received the gifted membership from an old geezer, make sure you say thank you to him. Send them some hearts in the chat. We are a fun community here. We like to have fun. We like to get messy. We like to, pick on the obvious here. And Meghan Markle is someone who thinks she's a supermodel. I mean, 2 weeks ago, Meghan Markle was literally posting an image of herself pretending to be a trad wife, pretending that she's little Susie homemaker. And now she wants to pretend that she is Victoria Beckham. She, because as ever has failed and Netflix doesn't give a shit about them, then now Meghan Markle wants to be a fashion designer. She wants to be taken seriously in the fashion world for some reason. I mean, this woman is short. Let me show you guys some things that I picked up here, because we all know that Meghan likes to claim that she's 5'7", 5'9", that she's tall. Yeah, the ding dong is definitely not a model. But let me share this image with you here. So this is Meghan Markle walking into, she had paparazzi waiting there, of course, walking into Gloria Steinem's townhouse while they were in New York. Now, I wonder if she even took the kids this morning to school because, well, it's not a holiday in the States. Did Meghan Markle drive the kids to school? I mean, she did claim it takes 2 hours to do a school. Idiot. But look at how short she is. This should give you an idea of how short Meghan Markle is, because these gates are not that tall. I've always said Meghan can't be anything more than 5'3", 5'4", and that's pushing it. But she is very short. She is not a supermodel, okay? But she wants people to believe she's a supermodel. So let me show you a couple things that I've caught. And let me go here. So first of all, we've got Meghan, who hired a paparazzi here, As you can see, their tag NYC Pap is the only person inside the restaurant, taking images of her that she does. Oh, wait, let me kill the music here. Meghan is going to make sure she tries not to make eye contact with anyone. Oh, she knows he's there. You saw that, right? Right from the corner of her eye. You saw she tilted. Oh, you're taking my photos. Yes, you know that she called him to be there to take those images of her walking out with the blonde lady. Now, anyone know who the blonde lady is? Does anyone know? Let me just let this play, but let me just show you Meghan's horrible manners again. How if you are a Black person and you hold the door open for Meghan Markle, she will not acknowledge you unless if you have a couple billions in your bank account. Watch this. Watch while I just, this is just horrible. Denise has got it right in the chat. It's Serena's manager. Yes, it is Serena's manager. She is a WME agent. You guys are on the ball. I've got the smartest chat here. Now look, so they walk out. She's got her head down. Meghan's got her head down. Nobody acknowledges, no thank you, no nothing. Meghan's got to have her moment now, strutting out, being seen with Serena's agent there. Maybe Meghan wants a sports fashion editorial. Maybe she wants to show up in some of Serena's outfits. Have you noticed how Meghan has never, ever supported any of Serena's endeavors or Abigail's endeavors or anything like that? You notice that? You notice that? She never ever will ask or help out anyone else. Meghan Markle will never shine a light on anyone else but herself. That's it. Now, here's the thing. You think that, in my opinion now, Meghan is just using Serena in her contacts. She's going to obviously be kissing this white lady's ass, schmoozing her, love bombing her, being like, oh, yes, we can do so much together. We can do so much and be so successful. And I could be the best thing ever for you. Lip service, right? Poor Serena doesn't know that Meghan is just using your contacts and your connections to get herself an Alexis Ohanian, just like her billionaire husband. Meghan Markle really thinks she deserves herself a billionaire. Now that she's done with Harry, she's got the Duchess title that she's milking. She thinks she deserves to be a billionaire. Oh, you guys are saying, actually, today is a U.S. holiday. It's Columbus Day. Many kids are off school. Oh, really? I didn't know that. You see, this is what I don't know yet because my little one is at school. So who knows? I don't know. Anyways, darlings, let me keep on going here. I wanted to also show you guys this, where I brought up the fact that when Harry went to the Ukraine, right? This is, hold on, someone sent in a item. Personally, myself, whenever these little blind items get sent into gossip sites, I personally think it's Meghan Markle's bodyguards taking the photo and then sending it for her, because who else? I think this is 100% Meghan's guards who take the pictures sometimes for her, or she has, I don't know, just my opinion here. Not perfect, just British says, kids off school. That must be why Harry wasn't there, but at home. Oh, Harry was there too. They did their own separate things. They actually had separate outings, and they want to spin it as, oh, Harry and Meghan are now separate, doing separate endeavors. I think this is just a ploy by the both of them. I don't believe anything. I think that Harry is tired of her shit, but he's not going anywhere anytime soon because, well, where is he going to go? Where is he going to go? Royal Tea House says, do the bodyguards wear body cams? That's a very good question. That's a good question. But let's end off the live on this note here, because we got to ask these questions. So when Harry made a mad dash to Kiev, right, when he went to the Ukraine lately, he received many gifts. And one of them, and shout out to the Sussex squad for outing this, because I wouldn't have known this and no one else would have known this had the Sussex squad pointed out that Meghan wore jewelry that was gifted by Guzima Jewelry during Prince Harry's visit to Ukraine. So these earrings that Meghan Markle was wearing recently, I had them priced at $28.50 because I thought that they were these mini sphere earrings, when they are actually, and I'd like to give full credit to the individual Gales who pointed out, no, Mole, it's actually the larger ones that Meghan Markle is wearing, which were $5,800. Okay? $5,800. Look, Saigon Passion is saying in Vegas, school here is open. Yeah, my little one had to go to school today. Like, what the hell? Anyways, let me keep going. So Harry went to the Ukraine. Now look at these optics, okay? Harry went to Ukraine under the guise of the Invictus Games and wanting to help the veterans, right? Wanting to help the people. Harry, when he was in Ukraine, he walked along the memorial. He took some fashion photos, pretending like he was sad when he was trampling and looking at a memorial that was built for people that lost their lives fighting. And then Harry gets gifted not just one pair of $5,800 earrings, but two pairs of earrings, which I want to know at this point, why is the patron of Invictus going to a war-torn country, a country where its own citizens are struggling, are barely surviving there, have gotten their homes bombed? I care about the innocent people who have lost their lives in this. That's who I think about. And then we've got Harry going to a war-torn country and accepting nearly $10,000 in gifts. Now, these are just two that we have been made aware of, right? We just found out about these two. Who knows if there's more? Which is why we need to know, A, is Harry still a royal member since he is still on the royal website? Is he still accepting gifts as a member of the royal family? Or why is the Invictus patron taking in such gifts when he should have just been like, no, I'm not going to accept pricey gifts like this. Maybe instead donate the money to a food bank or something to help some innocent family that has lost their home. How about that? And then on top of that, not only that, my darlings, not only that, I wanted to let you guys know that this isn't the first time this has happened, because I pulled up some images here, like when Meghan and Harry were in Nigeria. Here's one of my images that I have saved in my Rolodex that I'm just going to start bringing out now, because when Meghan and Harry went to Nigeria and Colombia, they were still using their HRHs. They were still being referenced as their Royal Highnesses, the Duke of Duchesses, right? There was at one point. And then we saw, or I picked up on many images with Meghan Markle walking out of meetings, events, holding many jewelry boxes, this one being one of them. Now, when you travel, if you're bringing back certain goods over a certain amount, even into the United States, they have to be declared. They have to be declared no matter what. You have to pay a tax on it. You have to pay a duty on it. Is Harry under an A1 visa where he doesn't have to declare anything, which is still like, why are you still taking in gifts as an Invictus patron when Invictus is receiving gifts like how Meghan is receiving gifts? Are they not declaring these items? This just shows how much these grifters are going around begging. Have you ever seen people beg and just constantly have their hands out while pretending to be the victims that they are? It is absolutely disgusting. And this is what we need to be questioning. This is what we need to be asking the questions on. Martha Cardiel says, have they even stopped using the H? No, they've never stopped using it. They've always been using it. Not once. Even though I've always said, this has always been my opinion and my theory that once the Queen died, once Queen Elizabeth hit the dirt and she passed away, in Meghan's mind, that was the end of the agreement that Harry made with him during the Sandergram summit, right? That's what I feel. I feel like in their minds, when we saw Meghan Markle smirking, let me pull this up. Hold on. When we saw Meghan Markle smirking and looking all happy at the Queen's funeral, it wasn't because like anything else. It was because in her mind, and this is what I'm thinking, in her mind, Meghan was thinking, good, that old bat is dead. I can do whatever the fuck I want with these titles because King Charles, had he been one step ahead of Meghan's games, would have brought Harry and Meghan in when the Queen passed away and made a new agreement with them. These are the rules. You can't go ahead using the titles. You can't call yourself HRH. You cannot commercialize the monarchy or anything. And that is exactly what they did. In Meghan's mind, this image, when I saw it, to me, it was like, great, that old bat is dead and we can do whatever the hell we want because King Charles ain't gonna do shit. Meghan knew that King Charles was a pushover. Meghan knew that she could walk all over Charles. I'm sure if I go through my Twitter history, I can find a tweet relating to this image where I said something along those lines. That's exactly it. Like, this is crazy. Violet, have to hit the gym before it gets too late. Have fun at the gym, Violet. Have fun. Constance Black says, lying is Mole's profession. Meghan gives all you haters a nervous breakdown. I don't know who's having a nervous breakdown here, but I'm literally showing you images. If you need to get your eyes checked, Constance, I suggest you make an appointment with your optometrist ASAP. If you are living below the poverty line, your government should have some kinds of benefit that you can go get your eyes checked at no cost to you. So go check that out just in case. But this was Meghan's behavior at the funeral. And I feel like with Charles not setting anything in stone with Harry and Meghan, then they're doing whatever they want. Just like how Harry and Meghan are going around having fake royal tours, still pretending that they are royal. Meghan clearly using her titles to reach out to disgusting fashion show events like Balenciaga, and then 2 days later turn around and claim that we have been chosen to what is the word she said? We have been chosen to represent grieving parents of children that were lost to online social media harms. Bitch, you are literally running websites like As Ever, Archwell, and whatever else you're running to data mine, to collect people's emails, information to sell to third-party data aggregators. You are part of the problem while claiming you want to help clear up the problem. It's just so funny how any single bandwagon you see, Harry and Meghan will be quick to jump on it, especially Meghan. She always wants to pretend that she's some kind of do-gooder when all of her actions, everything shows that she is anything but. She went to go visit Gloria Steinem, who is older than her father, but hasn't even reached out to see how her father is after 2 massive earthquakes in the Philippines. You got Meghan, who made a sexual deviant like Tyler Perry her alleged phantom child's godfather. Now, whenever you see the name Lilibet, it's connected to a sexual pervert like Tyler Perry. It's crazy. Just think about all that. Think about that. Whenever you see the name Lilibet, it'll be connected to a pervert like Tyler Perry. Whenever you see Harry and Meghan, they are connected to perverts like Oprah, Tyler Perry. Janet says people don't donate anything they're involved in. I agree. Don't donate. Don't buy their shit. The amount of YouTube like creators that I saw who are critical of Harry and Meghan run out to buy Meghan's jam when you know she data mines. Why would you want that person to have your credit card info, your mailing info, your shipping address? Why? I don't understand. And yeah, she only knew TP for 5 minutes and they're besties, right? She didn't even know Tyler Perry, yet had the nerve to call him and beg to borrow their jet to fly them from the UK to Canada or then from Canada to the US. Imagine that. How much of a cuck is Harry that your wife called another man to help you guys? Yikes. Yikes. But this woman is nothing but a lazy fucking grifter. Meghan Markle is nothing but a beggar with a royal title now. And to me, it completely desecrates the entire royal family. You've got the nonsense going on with Andrew that keeps hitting the fan and Charles isn't doing anything. You've got these two idiots running amok. Meghan with her hand out, wanting gifts and freebies everywhere she goes. This is who she was at the beginning when she would show up to events and fill up her goodie bag with freebies when she was a struggling actress. Now she is just a beggar with a title. That's all Meghan is. A beggar with a royal title. Think about that. She could have really elevated herself, but she's at the start. Meghan is back to where she started, but just with a title, and nobody still wants nothing to do with her. Nothing at all. Anyways, let's see what you guys are saying in the comments. I think I've ranted on long enough here. I know I tell my mods every time, oh, I'm just going to go for like 20 minutes, and then I go over it. I go completely over it all the time. I mean, you know what's pathetic at this point? It's pathetic that Meghan is nearly 50 years old and is still copying other women, is still cosplaying other women, is still pretending to be other women instead of just being herself. And this is why I always say, like, Meghan, I would have a lot more respect for you had you just dropped this whole bullshit act about you being a compassionate, caring individual. Just be the gold digger that you are. There are many women in this world who want to be kept women. You clearly are a woman who wants to be kept. You don't want to work, but you want to have your voice heard because for some odd reason you think you have something important to say when really you don't. We saw this is who Meghan Markle is. This is what she wants. Meghan just basically wants to go to places, have free meals, have meetings, get day drunk during the day, and just have her photo. This is the life Meghan wanted. This is why she married Harry. The only reason. So that she can call Paps, she can have them waiting outside, they can take her photo, she can feel special for a few minutes, she can have 1, 2, 3. There was 4 bodyguards for her. 4 guards. We see celebrities like George Clooney who are worth more than Meghan Markle just walk up and down New York City without a gaggle of cars and bodyguards required. There are millionaires and billionaires with a higher net worth than Meghan Markle just walking down New York, not making a fuss. But Meghan, because she is insecure, because she is a worthless individual who really has nothing to offer to this world, because she is an empty person herself, she does this to make herself feel special. If Meghan had something to offer, she wouldn't have to lean into, I'm the Duchess of Sussex. I'm the Duchess of Sussex. We see Catherine, right? Not that Catherine and Meghan need to ever be on, like, compared to each other. They are in different orbits completely. But Catherine just calls herself Catherine. She lets her work speak for her. She lets her actions speak for her. She doesn't need to go, I'm going to be queen one day. I'm going to be queen one day. I'm going to be queen. She doesn't do any of that. But yet, there's Meghan, who feels like she needs to walk around with 5 bodyguards. She needs to have one vehicle and another one trailing them. She thinks she needs to have paparazzi that she's called to take her photo. This is what Meghan's always wanted. She's never wanted privacy. Harry is the only stupid idiot who believes it. Harry is the only cuckold moron who believes it. But anyways, my darlings, that's a lot of people to fit in one car. Well, only Meghan and Jill sat in the XL Escalade. The Escalades that they're using, because they have them here in LA too, but the Escalades that they're using are the XL size Escalades, Cadillac Escalades, which are 6.8 liter gas guzzlers, okay? Just to go a block, these things burn gas like crazy, and yet they want to claim that they care about the climate, that they care about the environment. These two losers are just showing their mental illness. It is totally on display. The fact that they act like they are just the cream of the crop when really they are worse than that pile of dog turds you accidentally stepped in. You guys can hear Monster, right? Everyone can hear Monsters. Monsters just, guys, I don't know. Monster's getting older, and like, I'm segueing here, and he's always farting. Every time he walks and everything, he's always like, hi, baby. Hi, baby. Do you want to go out for a little bit? Yeah, let's take you out for a bit. That's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take the little one out for a walk here. But yeah, all of these acts and shenanigans about Meghan trying to be a climate specialist, that she cares about people's children. Do you guys see how they are totally milking the whole mental health thing? Just like William and Catherine. They've been doing and had their hands in mental health forever. And then you've got Harry and Meghan, who are just jumping on the bandwagon to make it appear like they are doing something. It's definitely doggy probiotics. I'll definitely check that out. Thanks, Marissa. Thank you. I appreciate that. But yes, should we go out for a little walk, my little fart machine? Yes. Yeah, he's looking at me. We should definitely go for a walk. Oh, I'm sorry, Monster. I love you so much. Okay, my darlings, I'm going to end it here because now I'm just going left. And I really just wanted this live to be about Meghan being a royal beggar with her hand out, wanting freebies all over. But keep an eye on what Meghan is doing and what is in store for the future, since she is meeting with Serena's agent. Can you guys, he's sitting by the door right now. He's waiting by the door. He's like, let's go, get me out of here. Anyways, my lovelies, this is sad. This is pathetic. I have never, ever seen a royal member have to beg for an invitation. And if that, she didn't even get an invite to the best shows, which were like the Chanel show. The Chanel show is like the go-to show where all the celebrities want to be seen at. But yet Meghan shows up to Balenciaga, a show that, showed photos, a fashion house, which did a whole photo shoot with children in bondage gear and sex fetish toys. Ew. And Meghan claims she cares about children, right? What a load of BS. That's what I'll say. Anyways, my darlings, I appreciate you all so much for being here. I appreciate all the love and support you guys send this way. I appreciate you all. Thank you, Aspie, Paula, and an old geezer for the gifted memberships. I adore you guys, and thank you for always taking the time to be here and join in. And to those who are watching this on the replay, I love you all, and I appreciate you guys so much for your love and support and taking the time to be here. And make sure you're subscribed, because I'm sure I'll be uploading a quick standalone video for you guys later. And I will talk to you guys later. Bye, darlings. Toodles. We're going, Monster.